Hi there, welcome back. How are you today? In this beautiful video, as promised, we're going to discuss trust. And for me, trust goes hand in hand with faith. So let's look at all the different ways we can look at this beautiful word. For those of us out there who have trust issues, many times these trust issues come from childhood. In my experience of what I've been through, what I've observed, my mum and her trust issues, they come because at the age of 5, she lost both of her parents. How can you trust spirit? How can you trust the universe when they've taken away the most important things in your life at the age of 5? This is the experience she came to have. And with that, what happens is what your parents go through in their childhood and throughout their life before you arrive, all of that gets passed down onto you. Whether they want to or not, it's passed down energetically. And it wasn't until recently that my beautiful friend in New Zealand, we were having a conversation and I was talking to her about all this awareness that I was having around money, and all this stuff. And she was saying to me, all the information that was coming up that I couldn't see before, and now it's becoming so clear, that has been shared already in all the videos before. But she was saying to me that my issue with money isn't so much one of unworthiness as much as faith. That's what came to light in the last conversation that we had together. Faith. When we have faith, we trust that we are supported, that we have everything that we need for our journey. We trust. There is no need for us to not trust. But it is the human eye, the separate eye, our human experience that makes us feel, it makes us believe that we have to control everything. Because what happens if we let go and allow spirit to take over? It's pretty scary. And that is faith. Faith is surrendering. Faith is letting go. And I thought I had done that. But when she brought up that comment that my issues, if you want to use that word, my issues with money are not about unworthiness. They're about faith. Faith, trusting that spirit has my back, that spirit will provide everything I need for my journey. Because the not trusting is what causes us to try and control everything to make it happen a certain way. We need to know how it's going to happen, how it's going to manifest. We need to control it to make sure that it happens. All the while, spirit's just sitting back going, dude, chill. Leave it with me. I've got you. I'll take care of you. Now, there's two different ways to look at this, right? So one is you can sit there and pray and pray and pray all day, oh God, But when you are divinely guided to create and manifest into this world, like I have been with these gorgeous books, like I am constantly with these beautiful videos, I am constantly guided as to what to bring forward, what information they want to share. For me now, it's a question of letting go and allowing. You know, all of us have divine guidance. All of us are being guided divinely. All of us have that word, that the whisper, the voice telling us what to do. And that's your higher self, your soul, is guiding you constantly. Do this, do this, do this. I will send you the people to help you with this. I will send you the way. But you need to take a step. You need to say yes. Take a step, a leap in faith. That this is your path. This is what you came to bring to the world. Take that step. And as you take that step, the next step will be revealed. And the next step. You know, it was sometime last week, I finally watched that movie, The Theory of Everything, which is the story of Stephen Hawking. When I first started watching the movie, I was thinking, wow, there was a life that could have been filled with limitations, filled because of the physical, filled with limitations. And it was incredible how he showed us what can be done when you are divinely guided and you follow that guidance. Nothing can limit your spirit. That's what I got from that beautiful movie. Spirit is limitless, unlimited. You know, you can take out the physical, you can take out the body, you can take out everything. But spirit will find a way. Always. Your spirit will find a way to do what it came here to do. For some of us, we are here to do work outside of this physical, beyond this physical body that we have. Others are here to use this physical body to express, to bring forward spirit, the divine. I'm thinking through dance. You know, there's so many ways that we can express with this beautiful body. But there are so many ways that we can express without it. You know, so often I think, if I was limited in that way, that I could no longer walk, I can still do what I am meant to be doing in this world. Because to write all these beautiful books, I only need my hands. To create all these beautiful videos, all I need is my voice. The fact that I can go for a walk every afternoon is a bonus. It's a blessing that I get to enjoy that every day when so many can't. But spirit will always find a way if you have faith and you follow it. Your spirit, your soul. That's what it's really about. It's about trusting that spirit has our back, that we are supported, that everything that we need, we will have at the exact moment that we need it to move forward with this plan, because your soul has a plan of what it came to do. And for some, it just comes to have a human experience. It's just curious about, what is it like to have that human experience? That's all that soul is here together. And other souls, they've already been here, they've done all that 1,000 times over. And we're here for more. We're here to do more, other things. Awaken and know what the experience is like from an awakened perspective. What can be achieved when you're awake? What can be done? What can be experienced from an awakened perspective? So, my beautiful beings, what is holding you back from trusting Spirit, from trusting the universe, from trusting that it has your back? It always has, and it always will. From trusting that you are supported in every moment of every day, that you are here, and that the moment you leave this place, it still supports you. You get to return to that beautiful energy. Faith. Faith. It's such a beautiful word. Faith is trusting that everything will be provided, that we have everything we need. This is faith. If you are finding that you're trying to control those around you, you're trying to control your situation in any way, when we try to control what's outside of us, there is something inside of us that doesn't trust that we're taken care of. Perhaps somewhere in your childhood you didn't feel that you were taken care of. I know for a long time I didn't. I felt like I had to do everything myself, especially when it came to schoolwork. I was on my own for so much of it. I couldn't rely on anyone else. But once my sister was born, I also felt that for such a large part of my childhood, I was on my own. That's how I felt. That I wasn't supported, that I wasn't taken care of. All the while, I look back at my childhood and I had everything I needed to not just survive, but thrive. Everything I needed. The experience with my mum was something I came to experience. She came to experience what it is to feel like you're all on your own to do everything, that you don't have the support of a mother. I felt like that for most of my childhood. After my sister was born, I was all on my own now. And that's what my mum went through at the age of 5. She was all on her own without her mother. And it's funny that even though I had mine, that's how I felt. Energetically, this is passed on. It's so elegant when you think about it. I'm sure you don't sit there and think, I deliberately want to pass this on because it felt crap. So I want to make sure my kids have that too. This feeling of not being supported, of being all on your own. Let's pass all this crap on. It's not something that we deliberately do. We do it energetically because it's still in our system. The way we change it and we don't pass it on to our children is that we resolve it within ourselves. We heal it within ourselves. So it's no longer in our system. And once we elevate and our energy elevates, our children will receive a different energy, no longer feeling that they have to do it all on their own. You know, with my little one, I used to carry her backpack to school until I think year 4. And all the kids would be like, why does your mum carry a backpack? Why can't you carry your own backpack? You know, it was so heavy though, you know. Just this tiny little skinny thing. And I used to think, oh my God, she has to carry this around everywhere. You know, it's so heavy. But the other kids at school were all taught that, oh, you have to be independent, you have to be strong, you have to carry your own stuff, you know. And to me, that didn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that you're stronger because you're so independent. I didn't feel stronger because I was so independent. On the contrary, I felt alone. I felt unsupported. I felt like I had to do everything on my own. I couldn't rely on anyone else. And I was like that for everything. At school, I hated doing projects with other students, with other kids. I hated it. Because I knew they were never going to do it the way I wanted to do it. They were never going to live up to my standards of how I wanted it done. And, you know, there's all these little things that you start picking up along the way, that you don't want to work with others. You don't want to rely on others. You need to do it all on your own. And then we create all these beliefs that, oh, if I can do all this, I'm strong, I'm independent. All the while inside you're screaming. You know, you get to a point where it's like, why do I have to do everything on my own? And you start to feel alone because you can't rely on anyone. You can't ask for help, because if you ask for help, that's weakness. You're showing weakness. We can't ask for help. All the while you're screaming inside, I am so alone. I was watching a beautiful video today from my old channel to get ideas for new videos. I thought, oh, I'll start watching the old channel and see what new information comes through from the old stuff. And one of them was that. When I was in South America and I was going through my first depression, I was surrounded by family. There were so many people around me. But I felt so lonely inside. I felt so alone because I felt like I was speaking a language that no one else understood. I felt unsupported. I felt unloved by the person I most wanted to feel love from. And I wanted to give my love, but I felt she didn't want it. So that's one of the videos I was watching today, about how you can be surrounded by people and feel that you're all alone inside, that no one understands, no one gets what you're going through, how you're feeling, or that nobody cares. In my case, at that time, I felt like no one cared. Everyone had their own issues going on. Everyone was caught up in their own little drama, you know, in their own little world. And there I was amidst all of it, amidst all these people with all their chaos and all their drama. And I felt like I was drowning and no one was there to pull me out, you know. I felt unseen, unheard, unwanted. These are all the things I was feeling around the age of 18, 19, 20, around that sort of age. So, you know, and I know people that live on their own, but they're never lonely. I know I would be one of them. I could be living on my own and I would never feel lonely, especially not now that I'm in full communication with my spirit team. And many times, because I'm constantly surrounded by people, I crave time to be alone, to have this space of not having to have people around me all the time. It's such a different space. So you can be on your own and not feel alone. But you can be surrounded by people constantly, because I was, and yet feel completely and utterly alone in this world. I know because I have lived that. I know how it feels. All right, my beautiful beings. So this beautiful video today is about you looking at where you are in the scale of faith. Are you here in a 0, no faith, completely unsupported, completely unloved, all on your own, have no one to rely on? Or are you a solid 10 where you are completely supported, completely loved, complete faith that everything you need you have and more, because Spirit has your back. It's always had your back. It's never left you. I think the issue with faith is that we see ourselves as separate. We see ourselves as separated from God, from Source. All the while, this is an illusion, because we never separate. It's impossible for us energetically, for our energy to separate from the universal life force energy. We're always one with it. But to have this human experience, we separate here. To make this human experience possible. All right, my beautiful beings. So, faith. Where are you on the scale of faith? What number would you be? Let me know in the comments. And in the comments, let me know what is stopping you from being a 10. Completely in faith that God has your back. All right, my beautiful beings, I love you guys. Remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss any of the messages, and share the beautiful videos. There's a beautiful share button below that you can share the love. All right, my beautiful beings, bye for now.